Set up the bit. What's going on today?
We're going to have one of several comedians come up.
Yep.
And do 3 minutes of material.
Yep.
Unless they... I saw the figure, Anthony. I can see you, too.
Yeah, I know. All right, go ahead. Yes.
And if they get 3 car crashes...
They're off the stage.
They're off. It's like the Gong Show. That
they either
way.
make it to 3 minutes or to 3 car crashes, and then we're going to try to figure out one of these guys for the spot on the tour.
Yes.
All right.
All right. All right, you guys ready for some more comedy? Good. It's Ed McGonigol, everybody.
Ed McGonigol, if that's not a showbiz name.
All right.
Ed McGonigol.
Performing for the YSP Cafe. There you go.
Well,
hold on a sec. Could you get a little orange crate for Ed to stand on?
Thanks, Jim.
Wait, how tall are you, Ed?
I am against stem cell research. Not for any moral reasons. I just find Michael J. Fox a lot more entertaining when he's shaking. Because I didn't like Family Ties or Back to the Future, but when he's on there doing that hippity hop, I can't change the channel. I read where Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama might run together as a ticket. Yeah, a black guy and a white woman. Personally, I'm still getting used to it at the mall. I might be old-fashioned, who knows, you know. I read where an 18-year-old boy got kicked out of the Boy Scouts because they discovered that he was gay. Now, if you're 18 years old and you're still in the Boy Scouts, nobody needs to discover that you're gay. That's what they call an open and shut case. I mean, you don't have to call in Columbo on that one. I was reading an article about all the profiling going on at airports. Personally, there's 2 things I hate to see in an airport. Profiling and Arabs. I don't think either one of them belong there, really. I heard where they were talking about a $4 a pack tax on every bag of cigarettes. $4. You ever think you'd see the day when buying a dime bag would be a cost-cutting measure? I mean, but I actually saw a report on TV where they said the farmers are making more money selling marijuana than they are selling corn. And I wasn't that shocked because I've had corn and I've also had marijuana, and there's almost no comparison between the two. I mean, you and your friends sit down and watch Scarface with a plate full of corn. Not going to be as good a movie. I mean, guys, you have a real hard time getting women to hang out with you because you're holding good corn. I wouldn't recommend it as a battle plan. But I can't believe all the clothing the young girls are wearing nowadays. You know, the massive amounts of cleavage, the half tops, the low-rider jeans that almost show off the crack. I mean, isn't it freaking awesome? Isn't it like the greatest thing ever? I mean, you know my motto, why buy porno when your neighbors have daughters? I mean, there's no, and if any of you have daughters, I didn't mean yours, I meant somebody else's, so keep in mind I'm a bleeder if you see me later. Folks, thanks a lot.
Hey,
all right.
Not bad. What was his name again?
Ed.
Than.
Yes, Opie.
He's a finalist.
What was his name?
That was Ed McGonigol.
Yeah, he was really good.
Ed McGonigol.
Is he a short guy? He looks real short from here.
He's very short.
He looked like a screensaver on this.
Yeah. How short is Ed? How short is he for the radio audience?
How short are you?
4'11".
4'11".
Hey, Ed McGonigol, don't you know?
All right. We like Ed so far. Ed's in the lead.
Ed's adorable.
Yes, all right. We're going to take a break. We're live from Philly. We got the YSP Cafe, and now we got Kid Chris in the studio. We were on his show yesterday. We're returning the favor. Excuse me, Kid Chris.
Hello.
Great time.
Yeah, you were hilarious.
This is
yesterday.
early. No, thanks for coming in, guys. That was a great chat. I wish we could have went the whole show with that.
I know.
That was
absolutely fun.
Yeah.
How do you, what about getting up early? Now, I know afternoons, when I was doing afternoons, forget about it. I thought it was the best gig ever because if you, I figure if you can't be to work by 3, you don't even deserve a job.
Right.
And then you could still, when you get done, you have plenty of time to go out and hang
do a
out,
hockey game or
party.
something, right?
Yeah, you could drink. And then, again, it's 3 o'clock
Yeah.
in the afternoon.
Well, I've always done like a morning show or whatever, and the one thing I do miss is when you get off the radio, you have all this time in the world to get ready for the next day and all that. Mm-hmm. But now I still get up early, but I don't have to go and be on and you know, get everybody to giggle and all that stuff.
See,
that's a pain in the
you're
ass.
Afternoons was great.
We missed that
actually
schedule.
got up early, though? You did that show prep. All right.
Oh, the listeners aren't laughing now. Yeah, guys, how about it? Hey, by the way, Kid Chris obviously does afternoons here in Philly, and he's just kicking serious ass. And he knows Eddie. Eddie's on your show a lot.
And
the guy that
McGonigol
just performed.
That's a genius right there. And McGonigol.
Yeah.
See, we didn't know. I mean, we hear now that Eddie, he's what, 4'10", 4'11"?
4'11".
You've never had.
Look at him.
Are we getting pictures of Eddie for the website? We love Eddie. We don't want to take him from you if he's one of your guys, though, Kid Chris.
No. He's got a career he needs to get going. He's got a whole story. He's never been laid by a regular chick.
Yeah.
He always buys it at the Asian massage places,
Yeah.
which earned him a spot on our show, definitely.
Hookers rule.
Hookers rule.
Hookers rule. Hookers rule. Yeah, we got to get T-shirts. Hookers rule.
Yeah,
You go to the washy places.
absolutely. Full service.
And he likes what he calls digits, too.
Digits, yeah.
With the girls when they...
really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Chris says that's gay. I don't think it's gay. Do you?
Well, it depends. Wait a minute. Let me ask you just how many digits?
One or two, you know. Don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, how many digits before it's gay?
You know what, Eddie? I'm putting you in my suitcase. We're bringing you back to New York.
Sounds good.
We need
I hate
you.
Philly.
He's basically saying, get me the hell out of here.
Please, somebody.
Doesn't he look like Ron Howard's brother there?
Clint.
Clint Howard.
Yeah,
Oh,
Clint
wow.
Got
Howard.
the
Yeah.
hair
with
and
that.
everything.
That's
Wow.
Clint
Oh,
Howard.
the lack of hair. Right.
Clint Howard. Or the Notre Dame logo. He just put his fists up.
Eddie rule.
Hey, what do you do for a living, full time?
I work in a factory, actually.
Well, as what?
He runs from cats.
They use his hands to clean the munitions. I'm essential to the war effort.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool, man. Well, you're a
Yeah.
good
What
boy.
are you doing there in the?
Yeah.
I stack cartons on skids. It's very
Really?
He's a
exciting.
heavy lifter, that.
Yeah,
All right.
you're not
How many can you?
Stack no higher than one.
Hey, where's Eddie? Short jokes, Eddie.
Yeah,
Can't
they
help
never get old.
ourselves. All right.
They never get old.
How old a guy are you, Eddie?
41.
Oh, you're funny, man.
Hey, the closest you got to getting laid. You got a story?
Not very.
Not very?
not
Your
very.
whole life?
Pretty much.
Not even a sympathy F?
No, you would think, but no. Not even Kid Chris couldn't even help me with his show.
Oh, you tried?
We
Yeah.
tried. Mary Carey was going to do something with him, but
Wow.
he kind of backed out of it.
I didn't back out of anything.
See, we think alike.
Sounds like he
Kid Chris.
backs into stuff the way
Yeah,
we
I
were talking
backed
about his.
That's what, see the girl in the front row? That's about as close as you got to a regular chick.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
Oh, look at the girl shaking her head. No. We try to get our guys, sex all the time.
Yeah, I offered
For
to
some
pay-
reason, we can't get it done either.
I've offered to pay because he's done a lot for our show. I've offered to pay for him at a rub and tug, but he'd rather do it himself.
I like to pay myself. It's better that way.
Yeah.
Why?
Makes me feel better to pay myself.
Really?
Sure.
For his esteem.
Would you have sex with a regular girl, or are you afraid to?
I don't know. I've gotten so used to hookers now that I don't know.
I know, but yeah, I do know. I understand completely. But I'm saying, I understand it's fun and all that stuff, and
That's
there's something
great.
sexy about handing the money over.
That's right.
There's no risk in it. But I mean, if you had a chance to have sex with a girl for free, you might not do it.
I probably would, but it wouldn't be as much fun.
But it would be something different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you want to fall in love, Eddie?
I don't think the chance is going to happen. I don't think I'm going to have to make that decision anytime soon.
Yeah, you will.
Do you,
Yeah.
You going to help me, Jim?
If not, Than will rape you.
or you're going to be opening up for Jim soon. I put Jim on the spot. I realized.
Yeah, it's funny. And where?
Yeah, good point. He's playing arenas now. Never mind, Eddie.
Yeah.
No, Eddie. What was I going to ask? Do you want to fall in love?
Not really, no.
No, why not?
Why?
Why bother? Look at him. Do you like a little kink with your girl? Is that what it is? You with a hooker? You figure you could get away with
absolutely. You
anything?
can do anything. As long as
Yeah.
you're paying, you can do anything.
Well,
Do you like tying her up like Gulliver?
I'll have to try that.
Yeah, give it a whirl.
Hey, are you embarrassed by? Let's just say they say you can tell by the size of a guy's hands. Are you packing only a little or no?
No, it's awful.
Is it awful?
It really is.
Look at
Just
the girl.
give me a number, just a number.
I have an honorary vagina. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
Really bad, huh?
Wow.
Is that why you're afraid of a regular girl?
No, I don't know. I'm not really afraid. It just that never happened. I mean, look at me. How could it happen?
I don't know. You think you'd be a little hard on yourself?
Oh, well.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
We got Dave from Pittsburgh.
I deserve it. Ask Chris.
We got Dave from Pittsburgh checking in. He says Ed is a regular on Kid Chris. We acknowledge that. Ask him about the cookies that he bakes in the damn tree.
Oh, there you go,
yeah.
boy.
The Keebler Out thing. They crush him about that.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's Kid Chris's idea of comedy.
It's true. I love it.
Right on.
He's in the tree. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat Ed. Let's be
Who is he
honest.
reminding me of? His face is reminding me of somebody.
I know.
Can't be somebody good.
The
I don't know.
Mad Magazine cover.
Alfred E. Newman.
His face, I don't know. Should he be cutting his wrist in The Godfather 2? There's something about his face that is very familiar, and I can't figure out what
He
it
looks
is.
like an old paper boy right now with that hat.
Jesus.
Who likes digits?
Lonely man seeks woman and funhouse mirror.
You know what's funny about Ed? Ed has his parents left him a house, and there's like girls up down the street at a high school, and they're walking up and down the street. He'll be on the phone with us and just run outside with his broom and sweep up the front deck just to watch the hot chicks. To
watch the girls go by.
Yeah, the cheerleaders. And stuff.
Oh, little house.
It's an all Catholic girls' school right down the street.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. In Hobbiton. Big round door on that house.
Is it hard to get them under the mushroom?
It is. They're pretty fast. I can't get the chloroform on them.
Good. Right to the rape jokes. Good boy, Ed.
All right.
He's great, man.
We should meet some more comedians, right?
Yes.
Ed, we're going back to you.
Even though he's in.
Yeah, Ed's a
There goes
panic.
Ed.
He is great.
Yeah, the next time we come back to Philly, we'll be here before the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show at the Tweeter Center in Camden,
yeah.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
One of these guys will warm up the crowd before the show starts. Well, they'll start the show, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, which is very, very cool. All right, we got Than with more. Here's the deal. We got to get off the air for a bunch of stations. So if you're listening in the New York area, by the way, don't forget Smashing Pumpkins do an afternoon drive in New York today. That's
Yes.
really, really cool. Than, why don't we line up the guys, get a winner, and we can move on here. We'll take a break.
All right, everybody line up. We'll do the applausometer thing.
Yeah, YSP Cafe will decide which one of these guys will be joining us when we come to the Tweeter Center in Camden, New Jersey for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show.
Please hurry. This is radio.
Yeah.
All right. So we're only doing this once, so clap like you mean it. Let's hear it for Gino Bisconti. Stop it. Ed McGonigol. Brendan Kennedy. And Danny Ozark.
All right, then it's between Gino and Eddie. Let's do that again. Gino and Eddie.
All right, so you two take off. Thank you. All right, it's down to Gino and Eddie. It's only two of them, so we have to know, the final. All right, that didn't make any sense. Let's hear it for Gino. And Eddie.
Oh, boy. We got a winner.
Overwhelming.
We got a winner.
It was Eddie.
Eddie will be joining us at the Tweeter Center September 15th for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show. Thank you, Gino.
You did a good job, Gene. Gino Bisconti.
All right, we got Eddie. There you go. All right, we got to abruptly leave because the stations are going to cut us off here, but we're going to continue. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. We got Kid Chris helping us out, and we greatly appreciate it. And where's Eddie? We got to bring Eddie in now. Eddie won the contest
Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
to open up the show at the Tweeter Center.
Ran
in
away with
Camden.
it.
Tickets still available, by the way. I mean, we're still, 2 months out?
Yes.
As far as the Philly date goes. Go to Virus Tour, one word, on MySpace for all the info. All right, we got Eddie outside the studio. Or did he walk in? I don't know.
It's the mighty Ed McGonigol.
Little doll.
There we go. Look at him.
Eddie.
Right up on my lap.
Eddie, you did a great job, bro. I don't know if...
Thank you. What is that?
Just saying. You did a great
Right out of an
job.
Irish pub. You'll be sitting on a bar still drinking a Guinness.
Yeah, many days, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he
Wow.
likes the hookers. He likes the washy-washy
Hookers
shops.
rule.
They really do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Ed's more afraid of an interpersonal relationship, though. I think that you're embarrassed by your horrible
you know, they're
genitals.
pains in the ass, so why just go pay for it, you know?
Would you say like that big?
It's pretty small.
4?
Yeah, it's about right.
Really?
It's pretty,
Wow.
it's pretty
An
embarrassing.
Asian chick told you had a nice...
Yeah,
That's
sure.
why he likes the Asians.
An Asian chick did point at it one time and said, good size, not too big and not too small. Good size, good size.
And then she picked you up and cleaned her ear.
Absolutely. Greatest day of my life.
When'd you get your first hooker?
In Vegas when I was like 21.
21, huh?
One of that with Chicken Ranch, whatever that place is called.
Bunny
Yeah,
Ranch?
yeah.
You went to the Bunny Ranch?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Nice.
We sent a married guy there.
Cool.
Yeah. Did we get an update on that yet?
I don't know. Funny if his
Did
plane
he go
went down.
yet?
How was that, though? You had the girls, like, waiting there, and then you got to pick one?
Yeah, I was
What's your
I
type?
was so drunk. It was I don't know. I just picked one of them. I think it was a blonde. I don't know. It was pretty
Yeah.
drunk. Yeah.
Good time, though, right? Well,
Yeah,
of course, you
for
got laid.
being drunk and getting laid, yeah, it was a pretty good
Yeah,
time.
come on.
What is your type?
Huh?
What is your type? Good question.
Anybody, pretty much, Jim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Not
You go
picking.
fat? You go messy? You go...
No, I go to the massage parlor and get
And
what
whatever they have,
whatever
right?
Yeah. Only one time that I was like there were two girls, a nice looking one and a fat one, and the nice looking one was trying to pawn me off on the fat one. She'll give it to you. She'll give it to you. And I started to leave and take mine. And they said, okay. So,
Oh, so you argued about it.
yeah, I wasn't. Well, why take the fat one if I'm paying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That should be everyone's motto in life.
that's right. The customer is always right, Jimmy.
It's not so much comedy as just truth.
That's right.
That's what you're doing.
He's a little man with hairy knuckles. How do you not love that? His knuckles are bugging me.
Look at that. Holy
I
cow.
look like Woof Woof. That is mostly puppet.
I can't wait to see him on that stage.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll
At
get
the
treated
Tweeter
nicely.
Center.
I think you will be.
No, I think you will be.
Cool.
Seriously. Yeah,
Okay,
I really
cool.
do.
Cool.
They'll enjoy you. You're a local guy. You're funny.
We'll have to get you on the radio a few times leading up to the show
Cool.
so the people know you,
Cool.
and we'll have a good time with it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a sweet boy.
Hey, we got to give away the 42-inch TV, huh?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, now this better work out because yesterday sucked as far as people bringing in anything interesting. We got Elvis's hair, and it can't even be confirmed.
No, we had the paperwork.
Oh, the paper. It's a plastic card, like hermetically sealed or something. Can't even tell.
Look at the girl. We panned away from the girl now. She's holding on to the leg of each guy next to her in horror. Like she's bracing for a car crash.
We'll leave you alone now.
Yeah, we were just trying to peek.
Wow,
man.
this is you? We got your MySpace page.
Let me see it.
Hey, all right.
Let's see those underpants.
Everyone's got to run.
How many years ago were these pictures taken?
Where's the panties?
A year.
A year, huh?
She's had a rough year.
Oh. Oh.
No, wow. They're very nice.
A year ago,
Huh? A year ago?
I'd say.
You changed your hair since these pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little
Cool.
bit.
They're very sexy. Did you do lingerie modeling?
My friend did, and I got to do it for free because somebody canceled, and I just went along just to have
Story's
fun.
fascinating.
Wait, hold on a second. Could they hold the microphone a little farther away from her? I can almost hear her. There. Okay. So what happened, sweetie?
My girlfriend was getting paid for it, and somebody canceled, and I just went along for fun just to, get free pictures.
Why are you codependently holding onto your boyfriend? Is he like really jealous?
I don't
Like,
know.
and if
no,
you look
no,
at,
no. I just don't want to be in the limelight.
All right. Well, you're sitting there with
I'm
George
really,
Lopez.
actually
He should feel
really
okay.
shy. Maybe I don't look shy, but I am shy.
Are you okay? You're very cute.
You don't look shy in these pictures we're looking at.
Well, that's different.
You want us to give out your MySpace page or what?
To who?
To our animals.
To who? To Ed.
Yeah.
It's public.
I'd pay you for
Anybody
some.
can have it.
You don't mind people have it? You don't. No public.
Oh, well, it is public. No, yeah, you can have it.
All right,
Sure, I'm not
give it
hiding
out.
anything.
Why don't you give it out?
MySpace.com/72Sage. The number's 72, the word Sage.
Oh, is your name Sage?
No, it's Heather.
That's where the
Okay.
sage comes from.
That's my fun name.
What's
Gotta have
fun
a couple
about it?
names.
Open your legs, Sage. No, there goes the fun in that name.
Yeah, can we talk to Sage? I mean,
Yeah, exactly. How come Heather showed up today?
yeah, really.
Because
Sage, she's still passed out somewhere.
I know.
Can you wake her up, please?
I am very tired.
All right.
All right. Well, you're very sexy.
Eddie, what would you do
Trying to
with
give
that?
the mic away.
What would you do with that?
Well, I'd give her some money and then be finished in 20 seconds. It'd be great.
Always the paying.
I like that.
It's not fun if you don't pay.
Does
I
your
know.
job pay enough to keep you in hookers?
That's why you got to do comedy on the side to pay with hookers.
But do
Yeah.
you think you could have sex without paying for it?
I doubt it. You know,
Really?
as repulsive as I am,
It's a
I doubt
psychological thing
it.
now?
I just think, women look at me and throw up, and why would they have anything to do
Well,
with it?
everyone's got even if you think about it this way, everyone's got a fetish. Perhaps a girl would have a fetish.
For short, bald losers? Yeah.
Put it that way.
The only way to put it, Anthony.
And Kid Chris, you tried to get him some action and it just didn't happen, huh?
Oh, we tried everything.
They
Everything.
had me out walking up and down the sidewalk
Yeah.
with a phone one time.
Yeah,
Asking
trying to
women
get
for a
girls.
mercy bang, and they
Yeah,
weren't going for
nothing.
Nothing.
How did that not work?
it. It's hard to believe.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I smell contest. We're going to figure something out.
Yeah, I'm up.
I would think so.
Yeah. All right. Strangest thing you own. Where are we at there, Steve?
How do you want to do this? We got some weird stuff, but do you want to have us bring these guys into the studio so you can actually see
Yeah, it would
some
probably.
of the stuff? All right, we'll
Have they seen them?
some of they've been showing them around, but like some of the stuff is kind of small. That's why I'm thinking like the fingertip that's in the plastic.
Yeah. Well, maybe we bring them in here, and then you could go down to the cafe there and
Parade them around.
yeah.
For strangest thing you own, Mr. and Mrs. McGonigol should walk in and say, "We have a virgin Hummel."
Happy endings at bookstores now. Jimmy Norton. We're gonna see where you're at on the Amazon.com.
I made it to 7 last night for a few hours, and then I'm back on 8 because I'm telling you, something that sneaky bitch Rhonda does when she gets up causes her to go back up to 8, 7.
Who the hell is Rhonda?
She has a very, very big book. It's called
She's the author of Secrets.
Secrets. I know.
What is
Yuck.
it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Secrets?
I wouldn't read it. Sure, it's drivel.
Is it that like female kind of self-improvement?
It's
book?
probably
Is it-
childhood crap.
Ugh.
Why am I angry?
You're always angry.
Took your place.
What a spoiled baby I am. No, it's her place. I suck ahead of her. She has a real book. I have filthy prostitute stories. She's a real person.
All right, where's Steve? Now we're just filling again. I see Twitchel's outside the studio too.
Oh, great.
He's a regular. He's a regular on every show on YSP. We learned.
Not true.
You don't want him?
No.
You don't want him?
No, because he's on every other show. That's why.
Yeah,
You're right.
So
We have Ed.
annoying too. He's so annoying.
Who's more of a disaster, Twitchell's or Ed? Do you think?
Twitchell's is more of a disaster.
Twitchell's.
Yeah.
But Ed has a gift.
It's got
You're right.
It's got personality. Personality goes a long way.
That's right.
Yeah, real long. Look at me.
This doesn't even have to be a joke. It's just him talking.
We got pictures of him.
Maybe it's your jeans.
You know,
You dress
my,
like
my Wranglers?
His little Wranglers?
They become a topic on the Kid Chris show. My Wranglers,
dude,
believe me.
you dress like one of the Ducky Boys in the Wanderers.
we got to get a picture of Ed next to Club Soda Kenny for the website.
How great would that be?
And the sales guy that's 6'7" or 6'8", whatever he is. All right,
Hey, Duff.
All right, we got a guy. Now I can't get Seton Smith back on. Oh wait, I got to change Macy's. Which Macy is it? This one?
Mises.
All right. Seton, sorry about that.
What's up, man? No, it's funny. What's up,
Anyway, yeah, Seton Smith won Car Crash Comedy down there in Washington, D.C. And Rich Voss, you were on the stage and you introed Seton Smith because he got the opening slot because he won Car Crash Comedy. And how well did he do?
He killed. He had a great set. He just killed.
He took advantage of an opportunity, my friend.
And he looked like he had a good time. You know, he wasn't intimidated. And besides you being funny and everything, I have to say, your girlfriend is probably one of the hottest girls on this planet. I'm telling you, if you don't marry her, listen to me. She's beautiful.
Oh, my
and
God.
she supports you, and she was really a good-looking girl, and you were really funny, man. Are you nervous?
Did you tell him the first thing you said when you saw her?
Yeah, you better hope she doesn't meet a headliner.
That's pretty fun.
I don't know. She's just very attractive. You're a lucky man.
Yeah, Seton, what has happened since you opened up the virus show down there in D.C.?
Every open micer in D.C. has all congratulated me. The D.C. Improv works me now, but other than that, I don't know. I ain't really know the strategy of sucking dick. I ain't know whose dick to suck to get work. So if y'all can give me like a letter, give me a diagram to who, because I will do it. Everybody listening, just work me wherever.
Well, you know what we're going to do? We should have you on the show soon.
Please.
When are you going to be in New York next? We would love for you to stop by.
Whenever your door opens, I will be in New York.
All right. Well, we're going to be on vacation next week, but we're doing Car Crash Comedy tomorrow for the PNC show. That's this Saturday. And I got to tell you, the dude in Philly that won Car Crash Comedy, he backed out, and now he's kind of trashing us. I'm hearing.
Is he really?
Is he? Yeah. Let's go to Joe in Philly. Joe, what's up?
Opie, what's going on, man? What's up, bitches?
Now,
even yesterday on Kid Chris, Ego McGonigol was talking about how you guys owe him money for all the free publicity he's giving you guys down here.
Oh, wow.
Is that the little guy?
Owe him money? Is he insane?
Wait, now, Joe. Hey, Joe.
What's up? What's up?
This has come in a few times today. Now, you got to tell the truth on this one. Don't exaggerate or nothing. What is he really? He's really saying that?
I'm not exaggerating. Levy, and Chris, and Thomas all stuck up for you guys. Everybody was ripping on him. They're talking about how they're going to drop him from their show, and how I think they're busting his balls, but they're talking about how YSP's pissed and they don't want him on any more of Levy's gigs. He honest to God said that you guys owe him money for the free publicity that he gave you down there, because they all talked about it on Kid Chris for 3 days in a row.
But every time I talk about the winner from Car Crash Comedy in Philly, I forget the kid's name.
Is he the little guy, McGonigol? Is he the little guy?
Yeah, he's like 4'10", maybe.
He's a tiny little guy.
With a horseshoe hairstyle there, and he's like just awful. He has to pay for sex and all, and we're giving him a great opportunity. We got the winner right here on the phone, Seton Smith. He went out in front of about, 6,000 or 7,000 because people were still coming in, and destroyed.
I think we should still let McGonigol do it.
He doesn't want to do it.
How could he not want to do Camden?
Doesn't
he would do
want
great
to
there.
do it.
Because you know what it is?
It.
I think he's scared and he's trying to find an excuse to get out of it.
He's absolutely scared.
Yep.
What did he say?
He thinks it's too late now. Levy was telling him to get back on, try and get back on, and everyone was telling him it was too late.
Dude, we had patience with the guy because we figured he was a little nervous, but now he said something about having a mediocre career, and I don't know. He's at the twilight of a mediocre career.
Chris is going to pay him to do the show.
Fuck pay. Seton Smith.
Pay him.
Did you need money to open up in front of 6,000 or 7,000 people when you're usually doing your comedy in front of 15?
Yeah.
I would have paid y'all a good amount of money.
Exactly.
To stand in front of that many white people and not be in a lineup?
That's the kind of lineup you're talking about, unless it's a Klan lineup.
I got
to lack of height with Ego.
Hey, can we get Kid Chris on the phone? Is he up yet? I want to get to the bottom of this Philly thing. And we'll call Kid Chris today or something. Thanks, Joe.
Later.
But Seton,
what's wrong with that midget?
Seton, we just wanted to, congratulate you again. Everyone was talking about how great you did down there in Virginia, and we'll have you on the show soon after break. Okay?
All right then, dog. Thank y'all.
Any plugs today?
Any plugs? Damn it! No, I'm in Woodbridge, Virginia. I have no plugs at all.
Well, you got a MySpace or something?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, please, everybody, be my friend. Seton Smith, MySpace /Seton Smith. Be my friend. See me do 8 minutes on there. Please do. And also, y'all were making fun of Rich Voss because of the little spook line. I want to let you know there's a bunch of ways y'all could have went with that. You know what I mean? So, there's for example, Klan people look like ghosts. So you could have been like, I got my little Klan costume in the closet.
Right, the Klan costume could have worked too.
Yeah, you could have been
Perhaps
like,
I jumped the gun.
I thought black people were just afraid of being fathers. You could have just went somewhere, So anyways, y'all, thank y'all for having me on the show. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, thanks,
man.
Seton Smith, everyone. He said, what else did he say? Charlie and Philly.
Smart guy.
Charlie.
Yo, Opie, Anthony, Jimmy, and Rich, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, just to add to little Ed McGonigol's conversation yesterday on Kid Chris, he said that you guys should be thankful for his little controversy that he started up, because now you got more people listening to your dopey little show.
Look, dude, he came in for Car Crash Comedy. What is he talking about?
Cool.
What a loser.
What's he trying to pull? Some wacky comedy bit?
No, he
where
was.
we talk about him.
I'll tell you what happened. He tried to bow out because he was scared. We called him out on it, and now he's trying to, save face.
Yeah.
Thanks, Charlie.
Can you get him on the phone? Don't we have his number to get him on the phone?
Hey, kid.
Yo.
I'm sorry I haven't called your show. I've been really busy this week. I apologize.
That's all right, bro. That's okay.
Maybe we'll try to give a call in this afternoon down there.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on? Like, we just had Seton Smith on, the guy who won Car Crash Comedy in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
And he won. He went out there in front of 7,000 people and absolutely destroyed. All the comedians were talking about him backstage, saying, wow, he took that opportunity and he ran with it. What's up with Ed?
I don't know, man. He's on a high horse for some reason.
He can't get on a horse.
Now they dub him as Ego McGonigol. And yesterday he was saying on our show that you guys need to thank him for all the publicity he's getting you now.
What are you talking about?
It, huh? What is wrong with him?
What's the real deal? You think he got nervous? You know this guy pretty well.
Yeah, well, that's his thing. You know what? We noticed with him, he starts to get a little, arrogant, but yet when he gets an opportunity, he'll shoot it down so there's no room for failure.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So...
Yeah. Wow.
I guess the guys are doing it forever. And here's the thing. One of his complaints was he doesn't want to just give out his material for free, but he'll do those open mics all week long.
Yeah, and this is in front of a huge crowd.
Yep.
In front of, industry people.
He's a
I think it'd be a...
Hey, you know what? Tell him
Yeah.
I'll pay him out of my pocket if he does a show.
No, we don't fucking want him anymore. Go fuck yourself,
Yeah,
Ed.
absolutely.
And for him to come up with an excuse, he wants to be paid for his material. That's such a lame excuse. The guy got nervous. So why don't you admit you're a pussy boy and you didn't want to do it?
Yeah. I offered to pay him already, too, out of my own pocket, and he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, just to prove that he wouldn't do it. It has nothing to do with money.
No.
And now he's kind of trashing us, saying we have to thank him for getting people to listen to our show. He went on our show. He knew about our show enough to do Car Crash Comedy.
Yeah, well, it was in the paper yesterday about how he bowed out of the thing, and then and then he called in yesterday saying that you guys need to call him and thank him for getting him in the paper.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah, and I knew when he started saying that he was dead.
You know what we're doing now, though? We were only going to do one live show from Philly before the comedy show on that Saturday. Now we're coming down for 2 days, and one of the days we're dedicating to Car Crash Comedy to get a new winner.
Yeah.
Fuck Ed in the fuckhole.
Yeah, we'll do Kill Ed Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's an open call, whether it's a comedian from the Philly area. I don't give a shit. If you're a comedian, you could get to Philly when we broadcast live from YSP that Friday, which would be the 14th of September, I believe. It is an open call now.
Yeah,
I think we're going to do it from.
Leprechaun.
I think we're doing it from a venue and everything that holds about 1,000 people. We're going to do Car Crash Comedy in front of 1,000 people that Friday.
It'll be good, and Philly will represent. You know that because Philly's vicious, and
Oh yeah.
So it'll be better now. This is actually very good.
Yeah, actually, it works out great for us, But Ed, what is wrong with you, man? I'm not gonna start saying he's not funny. He's a funny guy. We were impressed by him, but God, how lame, man!
Yeah, well,
you were nervous, and you were nervous, and instead of just backing out and saying so, you're gonna come up with some weird excuses.
Yeah, and then start trashing. Well, the thing is, what pisses me off and frustrates me is the opportunity is right there, and it's a guy just pissing it away.
Yep. Yeah, here it is. Your chance to be in front of a big crowd, and he's scared of success, I guess.
Yeah, and if you think about it, too, wasted a lot of people's time. There's a lot of comics
certainly
there.
did.
I mean, if there's a lot of comics there that, woke up, came in to do it, and gave 110%, and then, and then Ed just got handed the ball, and he just kind of dropped it.
I feel sorry for Gino. I think Gino came in second place.
Yeah. I mean, all those guys. There was a lot of guys.
Bacani.
Yep.
Bacani, yeah.
Yeah, all those guys got to be pissed. Like, oh, what a tool.
Yeah, but the comics won't trash other comics, but they're all disappointed.
Hey, Kid Chris, you want to help be a judge that day?
Yes.
We'll have hopefully, I mean, if we get the word out, we'll get close to 1,000 people at a venue. We're going to do the whole show that Friday, and we're going to pick a new comedian to open up the virus show.
Good. Well, when you get the venue, just make sure, I want to be all over it. So just tell me when you guys find out where you're going to be.
Cool, man.
Yeah, YSP's figuring it out, so.
Good.
Hey, kid.
Yeah, good talking to you guys.
Does this count as a phone call to your show now?
Yes. I'll just replay this. I'll just replay this later.
Oh, you rock.
Just bleep out all the bad words.
That's what I was hoping for, that you would go, this...
I'm still not used to saying fuck and all that stuff.
Yeah. 60.
I know.
But last year, sorry.
Ed's on the line. The winner of Car Crash Comedy in Philly. Ed.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on with you?
Not much. What's up?
Well, you've caused quite a bit of controversy the last few days.
Yeah, I know. I've become public enemy number 1 in Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, let's get into this. What happened? You won Car Crash Comedy in Philly. You were supposed to open up the Camden show. It's a very exciting thing for somebody that's not well known in the comedy world, and you're backing out.
Yeah, I know. I am backing out. I figure you can probably get somebody, though, right?
Why are you backing out, Ed?
I don't know. I just think I've been a failure for so long that to go up and do this 5-minute spot, I think I'd be kind of embarrassed.
Why would you be embarrassed? You would do very well.
Yeah, I know, but it's just I think it's a spot for a younger guy, somebody who's not a middle-aged failure.
That's dude, you're just making excuses because you're scared. So why don't you?
No, I'm not scared.
I don't believe you. There's no. I'm a stand-up. There's no stand-up gonna pass up a chance to go on in front of 6 or 7 or 8,000 people when you're out doing gigs for Scarpati for $150. Come on, stop it, dude. Stop. Stop with the middle-aged failure. I feel like a failure. It's all relative. It doesn't matter. It's who you are. I feel like a failure. A lot of us feel like failures. Big deal. That's why we go on stage.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you can get a younger guy who would really be excited, can't you?
Who cares about a young guy? And stop acting like you're not excited to go on in front of those people. If you're willing to stand in a fucking firehouse in some...
it's all right.
In South Jersey... for the money we get for those, don't tell me you don't want to go on in front of this many people. What are you doing, man?
I just think it'd be better if you got somebody else, that's all.
Yeah, but what's the real reason? Are you nervous about the whole thing?
No, I'm not scared at all. I just think that after all this time, this isn't a spot for me, a 5-minute warm-up spot, and I just think it's better for somebody else.
What do you think, you're beyond it?
No, I don't think it's beyond it. I think it's a little embarrassing. I've been around so long, I should have done better than this. I haven't, so...
You think that the fact that you are going on as a contest winner is a reflection that you haven't done anything in the business?
Exactly. It's like this guy isn't a real comic. He's just a contest winner.
Really? Well, I was on Last Comic Standing. Here's a little bit for you. I went on. I was kind of embarrassed. I'm like, I don't want to go on Last Comic Standing. It's a competition. I really don't want to do it. I was depressed. We were off the radio. I went on for 2 episodes. I had to drop out. And I kind of look back and go, why did I do that? But you know what? That was a door into the Tonight Show because those guys booked Leno. So I've gotten 4 Lenos out of doing that. Had I not done that contest, which I didn't want to do, I wouldn't have gotten Leno. So I got 4 Tonight Shows out of it, dude. So stop with the embarrassment. It's silly.
And why wouldn't you look at it as an opportunity to maybe get your name known?
Yeah.
How could it hurt, Ed, if you go up there and you kill for, how much time? Like 10 minutes, I think?
Yeah,
it's like a 5 to 10 minute spot. Seton Smith did exactly that in Washington, D.C.
Who?
Well, you say who, but we know who he is now, and we invited him.
I was just saying I wasn't being... couldn't do that.
All right, exactly who. He was like a local guy down in the D.C. area. He does the improv on like a Sunday night in front of 12 people. He did Car Crash Comedy. He killed. And then he opened up the show, and he did really well. He held his own. The crowd loved him. And everyone is giving him props backstage. And he called our show yesterday. We invited him to come up to New York to sit in on our regular radio show.
That's awesome.
So he went from, quote, contest winner to someone we know about.
Well, that's awesome.
I don't really understand your logic.
It's a chance to get backstage and network with a lot of the people back there, the other comics. There's agents and dummies walking around backstage that you can talk to.
His ego is, Bob. This is your ego. It's all your stupid ego. So you go on Kid Chris. You get paid to go on Kid Chris?
It's not my ego. I don't have an ego, Jim. I know I'm a failure. I don't have an ego.
That's part of having an ego. I'm such a big. I believe me. It's the ego in reverse. It's all the same thing, dude. It's the same monster. So you don't you get paid to go on Kid Chris?
No.
Well, why do you go on?
Because it's fun.
Well, then why wouldn't you do this?
Sounds like this would be a lot of fun.
No, it might be. It might be.
You know, there's established comedians we said no to as far as this tour goes.
I'm sure there are.
You know, I mean, we handpicked all the comedians for this tour. You know, you're more than a contest winner. We don't just give stage time to anybody.
Gino Bisconti was one of the guys who went out and did this in Philadelphia. And I've taken Gino on the road with me. I paid him to work with me on the road before.
Yeah, I know. I'm friends with Gino. I know Gino.
All right, so what? He's not just a contest enterer. He's a buddy of mine.
Yeah, I know he is. Look, I couldn't do it now even if I wanted to.
Well, then there you go.
Why couldn't you?
Because I'd be afraid to go over there. All the threats I've been getting.
You're not gonna threat. You don't be. Dude, stop.
I'd be afraid to go over there.
Just admit you were frightened, dude. That's all it is.
No, I'm not. I'm not frightened.
I don't believe you. I really don't. I'm not using reverse psychology on you. I just don't believe you. I'm a stand-up. You're talking to another comic, dude. I know what goes through our heads.
Okay.
All right, so, wow, we didn't get much done with you, Ed.
I apologize for doing your contest. I really, I shouldn't have done it in the first place. I apologize for that.
You don't have to apologize. It was a good day of radio. That's that's how we look at it, and this in a way is good radio. But then we'll move on. We're going to do an extra day in Philly before the Camden show, and we're going to find a new winner.
Cool.
How long are you doing comedy for?
Too long, Jim. Too long.
Stop.
Too long.
Stop with the I've been around for too long to be doing this stuff. I just got to get out, guy. You sound like that stupid old comic from the punch. Stop. All right, stop with that excuse crap.
You're really annoying, Jimmy.
Because it's phony. I don't buy it, dude. I'm in the same boat you are. I'm the same guy.
No, you're a big success, Jim.
Please. So what? What? I've made a few better right turns or luckier breaks. I was touring with Dice for $100 a gig. Do you understand? I went to Texas. I was doing comedy for 9 years for $100.
Wow.
And it came into this. So stop it. Well, I don't want to go. I shouldn't go down there for $100. I should be beyond that. Stop. It's silly.
How old is Ed?
41.
How old?
41.
41. You're not
41.
65?
I know. It makes it sound like he's in his 60s.
You ever hear of Rodney Dangerfield? I mean, Rodney Dangerfield wasn't even doing stand-up at 41 yet.
He started, and he dropped that and sold aluminum siding for 10 years and then came back into it. You know,
So
Rodney's
sell aluminum siding for a while.
Do aluminum siding. I know. Yeah.
So why don't you? I don't understand what you're talking about.
I just think that my time has passed.
Well, it certainly has on this program.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm tired of Ed.
We're tired of you. We're just trying trying to finish the storyline.
Ed.
You weren't trashing us on Kid Chris, were you?
No.
All right.
Who said that?
I heard that you helped our dopey show by starting this whole controversy.
No, I said.
I also heard from people that you said that you wanted to get paid for your material.
Did you really say that?
What?
That you think you should be paid to be on the show?
No, I didn't say. I didn't ask for money. I said once I found out that it wasn't a paid spot, I passed. But I didn't ask for money.
Is that why you're passing? It's not a paid spot?
It's part of it, yeah.
Oh my God! Goodbye, Ed. Good luck to you in your stupid life.
Just languish where you are, stupid.
Goodbye. Ended that storyline.
Beat it.
Well, here's the deal for everybody listening on YSP in Philly. We were going to come down one day, the day before the Camden show. On September 15th. Now we're doing 2 days. We're going to do 1 day from the YSP studios. And I think that Friday, which would be September 14th, they're getting the details together. We're going to a venue. We're going to do our whole show live in front of, 800 to 1,000 people, hopefully, if we get a lot of people up early. And then we're going to do car crash comedy all over again and get a real winner, someone that,
that jerk off.
Someone that understands an opportunity when they see one. And they will open up the last date of the Virus Tour on September 15th in Camden.
Not a paid spot. Shut your
honor.
face.
It's an honor.
It's a lie, dude. It's a lie. I go on in the city for free all the time, man. I go if I do the Comedy Village in the village, I don't get paid for that. I just go on.
Yeah.
You go out and do $50 sets, dude. I've done them. I've done 1 million of them. You're being phony.
He had fun with this the last couple of weeks, but now it's like Ed who? Trust me, Ed
Great
who.
opportunity.
We move on with our show.
Than put his hand up.
What do you got, Than? Yeah, Than would kill for that spot.
Oh my God.
And you know what? He's a pretty funny guy. I'm not going to take that away from him, but man, he's
good for him.
He's just stupid.
Good.
What's up, Than?
In 2 seconds, I mean, I would take that. And
For the money.
What?
For the money.
Yeah, and
nominal fee.
I have a pretty long rider as well that needs to be satisfied. But I mean, and it would be terrifying. You know, it would be something you'd have to do because it's awesome and it's scary. You know, that's half the reason to do it is because it's.
I have no doubt the guy's just really, really scared.
I hate that phony.
You know, I mean, Gino. How old's Gino? Gino's in his 30s. He's been touring with you, many times.
Gino's in his 30s. From his eyebrows down, he has 50-year-old man hair.
And Gino's been traveling on his own doing comedy all over the country, and he would love that spot. I'm sure he's going to try out again when we go down to Philly. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of established comedians that are going to try out. Because now it's an open call. All you have to do is get down to Philly. That's September 14th, the day before the Virus tour, and try out in front of a live audience. We'll do Car Crash Comedy. We'll find a real winner.
I can be paid for my material. Should you?
Yeah.
Should you? How much do you want for short joke number 5?
That's part of it, he says. Part of it.
That really annoyed me.
Well, now he can get paid doing whatever he does. His comedy in front of 15 people. You know?
Bye-bye.
What a dummy. Does he think we're going to continue talking about him? Doesn't he understand this is it? It ends here? Kid Chris will probably throw him on the air this afternoon to discuss his appearance on our show. And guess what? Then it's over for you.
He's done.
Then we all just move on to the next bit that we want to do.
Goodbye.
There are guys in life that are just, I don't mind frightened men. I don't mind people that are scared. Or scared. But what I hate is someone who's being dishonest about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is just a matter of I'm being greedy and I should get paid to go on there, then just kill yourself.
So he's not going to go in front of, I mean, we could get up to 10,000 people down there in Camden. But, people are coming in during that opening slot. But easily 6,000 people are already in their seats.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So what? He wants $100, $150 to do. How much money could he possibly want for that?
I don't know.
What a dope.
Thousands.
Really, Ed, you're a dope.
One of many dummies who doesn't go where you're supposed to go in the business because of what you do off stage. Your decision making.
Plenty of them. Good. More room for you, Jimmy.
You don't
and
understand.
The people with courage.
It's not even. I do love in a way that because it's like there's so many dummies in the business.
Yeah.
So many men. They're frightened men. Or they're lazy, or they think this little dumb things like that where they want money for something like it's like you
cluttering up the works.
Well, don't confuse the money thing. I think people in general are just scared and they use that as an excuse. I watch people in radio as I was coming up. You know, they're sitting in Rochester or something, and they have an opportunity to move on to a bigger market, and they just were too scared to do it. So guess what? They're still sitting in Rochester, New York. Nothing against Rochester, New York, but if you're in radio, unless you're Brother Weeze, who's like just the king of Rochester, you want to move on to bigger and better markets.
Yeah.
And I saw it happen all the time with radio guys.
They don't want to leave.
They were just too scared. You know, they couldn't see the opportunity that was right in front of their face.
They're comfy. They got a good gig. Why not stay here?
Right.
Yeah. Why go somewhere else where I might, fail and get fired and have to look for another gig? So
I started in Geneva, New York. I had a cushy little radio job in Geneva. I was bartending in Geneseo, and then I had to give up all that. And at the time, it was everything to me.
All that.
But
I gave up a kingdom.
Yeah, but you know what? But the point I'm trying to make, I gave up all that because back then it was everything. It really was everything to me. I had a cushy job at the in-between. I was bartending. I had my radio job. I loved living in a college town. And I gave up all that to move to Rochester, to do a little bit more in radio. And then I got comfortable there.
Spuds Buckley?
No, it was before Spuds Buckley.
Oh.
But then I got comfortable in Rochester, and I remember talking to an engineer at CMF. I'm like, man, I'm never leaving Rochester. I love this city. I love WCMF. I'm never leaving. He looked at me. I was just a kid. I was like 24 years old. He laughed at me. He goes, you're never leaving Rochester. You have no idea.
Give you a pat on the ass, maybe? Little touch.
Yeah, he goes, you have no idea, what's ahead of you. Of course you're leaving Rochester. And he was right. Then I moved on to Buffalo. And then I got comfortable there. And then guess what? I moved back to Long Island. That was a scary move. Then I met Anthony.
Good
and then
for
we
me.
moved to Boston. And then we messed up in Boston. Then we moved to New York. I mean, you know.
And there we were, #1 market. And we decided, let's get out of here, too.
Right. But the point I'm making, you know, all these steps at the time were huge.
Yeah.
Who knew how it was going to work out in the end? To me, I was leaving my comfort zone.
Yeah, you don't know.
To move on because I did see the opportunity. It was scary as hell, but I saw the opportunity. You got to see the opportunity.
That's the whole thing. You got to take those chances.
Some people like to just stay where they are.
Yeah.
And again, I can almost accept that. Like it's just, but it's a fear thing.
Yeah.
And I don't
It's all about fear.
I don't like.
And that's why a lot of people never succeed. They can't get over that.
Yes, and I don't like when they won't acknowledge it.
The world needs ditch diggers, too, you know.
Right.
Just be a man, be honest, and acknowledge it.
All right, we got that out of the way.
Done.
Ed doesn't want to upset Kid Chris. That's not true. We had Kid Chris on our show yesterday. Alan in Philly, listening on YSP. What's up, Alan?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, that's what Ed keeps saying every time he's on the air. He doesn't want to upset Chris. Chris is the one that found him.
Nah, Kid Chris is totally cool with it. We had him on the show yesterday. You know, even Kid Chris is laughing at him going, what a dummy this kid is. And I call him a kid because he's not that mature when it comes to figuring out what an opportunity is.
What? Oh, no. So now Ed is. Hold on, dude. Now Ed's doing this phony loyalty thing. Is that what he's telling himself?
You kidding me? Kid Chris is loving it. Kid Chris is loving it because he's getting exposure for his show through our show. We all love getting exposure through other radio shows.
He's completely okay with it. Kid Chris is fine with it, but that's Ed's excuse.
Well,
that's phony.
All right,
phony.
All right, once again, I say...
That's the worst caller ever.
I know. Once again, I say good morning to Philly, and we will be putting all the details together, and we're going back down there an extra day, which is fine with us because we love Philly.
We're back!
And we'll get a...
I can't get that out of my head.
And we'll get another...
last night.
And we'll get another car crash comedy winner.
Yeah, is there
for
a
the Camden show.
A hungry comic in Philly? I'm sorry, step. Is there
That's all right.
Hungry comic in Philly?
Yeah.
Who isn't going to bitch out and try to find some reason that he can live with? Well, you know, shut your mouth. Just say, I'm scared. No, I'm not
Husband
scared.
wants some cash.
Really? You're not scared? You were nervous in the room in front of 80 people.
Yeah.
Stupid.
All right, here we go. We got Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody hear that through the speaker? All right, we're all good.
The guy who won this in Philly backed out, by the way.
Yeah. He's 41. He's been doing comedy for a long time, and he backed out with the excuse of, that's a young man's game, and he thinks he should be getting money. He's a douche. He's afraid, and he won't admit that he's afraid to fight little man.
Yeah, because the guy that won in D.C., he went up and he destroed. He was 6 minutes. He did 6 or 7 minutes, and he destroyed.
In my opinion, being afraid does not make one a douche, though.
But backing out does. Backing out does.
Backing out.
When you're a comedian and you back out and you're not honest about being afraid, that to me was what...
Yeah, we gave him a great
Being afraid
opportunity.
is okay.
And we gave him an in on a syndicated radio show, and now we're like, all right, so long, man. Take care. Have fun with your life.
Everyone gets scared, son.
All right, let's go.